Have you ever been in a relationship where you've just met somebody and you're absolutely captivated with them? You truly believe this might be the person you've waited for all your life. The reason why all the other relationships had to change form or end completely. And you find yourself starting to want to lavish gifts on this person, send romantic poetry, take him or her, as the case may be, out for extraordinarily exorbitant and very delicious meals at five-star restaurants where normally you would go to some place that's lovely but much more affordable. And you're buying expensive theater tickets and you're planning vacations and you're treating this person like they're absolute gold. And somewhere deep inside of you, the benevolence is mixed with an old underlying belief, a codependent piece to all of this that goes something like this. If I give you everything, you'll love me and accept me forever. Or, another way to say it, if I give you everything, if I do everything for you, will you love me? Will you see my intelligence? Will you understand my needs and what I've been through? Hi, I'm Beverly Banov Brown, and I'm an intuitive, and I'm a life and relationship coach, and a dating coach, and a love mentor. And over 30 years now, I've worked with many, many wonderful and resilient, creative, beautiful clients from all over the world who, when they first start to meet someone, if they have codependent leanings, often go through this. If you were a crazy maker or a narcissist or an energy vampire, we would call this love bombing, which would predictably end most likely after that wonderful phase of luring someone into this sticky web of a narcissist's world. They'll be turned on by the narcissist, they'll be rejected, they'll be criticized, they'll be demeaned in some way, and they'll be discarded. When you're dealing, however, with a person who's codependent and has this going on within them, this underlying belief in lack, this underlying fear, which creates an energy of urgency, which also says, oh my God, now I found somebody who I feel like can complete me, somebody who has all the strengths that I feel I lack, somebody who's a perfect complement to all of my interests and my views and my energy. When you get into that, and you find that the person actually is available to you, instead of turning on them like a narcissist would, you very often cling to them. And even then, it doesn't wind up very often with a healthy, enduring, perpetual love affair going on that may lead to a permanent arrangement of marriage, living together, maybe creating a family together. And as we say in quotes, living happily ever after, it often creates a situation where the other person feels that underlying fear that's never spoken, that you really are codependent and you're really looking to them in what becomes a very cloying way, a hanging on kind of way, a smother love kind of way for something that you want, rather than simply loving them for themselves. So today I have an action plan for you. This is fallacy number 5 in my series, Codependency Revealed. If I give you everything, you'll love me and accept me forever. Now, when anybody meets someone new that they are really enamored of, somebody who makes a great impression, of course, there is a genuine caring, a genuine liking, a genuine respecting, and perhaps even a hope that eventually there will be a moment where you both will realize together how you feel, and that it will be romantic, and it will be loving, and it will be an enduring and endearing relationship. How beautiful when that happens. So it's normal in relationships whether it's a friend or it's a romantic connection, to want to be giving, to want to be loving genuinely. It arises out of a normal impulse and all the wonderful chemicals that our brain, which is undoubtedly the most remarkable pharmacy on earth, pumps into our bloodstream. Oxytocin, for example, norepinephrine, serotonin levels rise. These are the feel-good, feel-fabulous agents in our bodies that make us feel like, oh my God, I never knew I could be so happy. I've never felt so thrilled in my life. It's exhilarating. It's intoxicating. And even the healthiest people have trouble sometimes discerning and making sure that the rose-colored glasses of seeing only what they want to see, only what delights them about the person, those rose-colored glasses not only need to be taken off, they need to be put away, because they can cloud your ideas about what's real. They can help you to make major, major mistakes, these seemingly innocuous rose-colored glasses that make you go into denial if you find out that there's actually a deal breaker about the person. Maybe they want to live in the colder climes, and you need, like I do, to be in the warmth and the sun for your health and your well-being. Maybe they have certain ideas about child rearing, or how to spend money, or how to deal with in-laws, how to deal with any number of other topics, including fidelity or lack of it, including the importance of integrity, including how to spend vacations, how to decorate a house. You'd be surprised. These seemingly innocuous and superficial issues can cause tremendous rifts and difficulties. And it's very important to take the time, and in a healthy relationship with two healthy people, that's exactly what happens. Because there is trust that it's a friendly universe, basically, and it's basically safe to be here, and it's safe to love and be loved. In codependent people, there has been a message early on through the often erratic, unstable situations that were evidenced in childhood. There's a message given somehow to the child that love is dangerous often, that romantic relationships are a trap, that they can be oppressive, and that if you're lucky enough to find somebody who's going to really care about you, you better latch on to them quickly and hold on for dear life. And so those thoughts of lack, those thoughts of fraudulence, thinking that you're not really good enough for the person, thinking that you've got to get a commitment very quickly, because if you don't, and they really get to know you well, they're going to find you lacking in some really important way or ways. Do you hear the negativity in that? Do you hear the old BS, the old belief systems that are telling you you're not whole, you're not complete, you're not beautiful or handsome, you're not sufficiently intelligent or witty, you're not well educated enough, or you don't have enough money, or whatever it is that you may be telling yourself that you may have been told in childhood. Maybe you had some horrendously disappointing experiences in love as early as elementary school or junior high. Maybe the cliques in high school excluded you. Haven't we all been there? Is there anybody else on earth who hasn't felt, at times, like there's a party going on somewhere and you're not invited? It's human. It's universal. I've worked with people from India to Bangkok to New Zealand to Australia to South America, all over North America, Canada, England, Ireland. It's the same everywhere. People go through this, and people get messages that are not true. and then judge themselves on an unconscious and sometimes on a conscious level, feeling that they are not really worthy of the kind of love that they want. So what I would suggest that you do, if you start to feel yourself having that energy of urgency that says, I've got to treat this person lavishly, I've got to organize party boats, and if you're a man or whatever preference you have, I've got to take that person out and treat her like a king or a queen, as the case may be. I can't just have a normal courtship here. I've got to make it incredible.